Hello, vinyl freaks. I hope you're enjoying your day today. It's actually May 2nd, just as I'm speaking here, and the sun is really shining here in Scandinavia, so go out and enjoy. But today, I will also be presenting you with the second album by Liza, and it's called Take a Look Again. So this is the second album by Liza. It was actually supposed to be released shortly after the debut album, which was from 1975. However, it was postponed until 1977 due to the second guitarist, vocalist called Per Møller. He was in an accident, and it is said that he broke his throat. So therefore, they need to postpone the album. If you check the label of the record, it says that 1976, but yeah, history says otherwise. That was actually postponed until the beginning of 77. Actually, the record was put out with a bonus single, as it says here on this sticker. I bought this record secondhand, so I was, I wouldn't say unlucky to not have the single. I think if you're a collector, you want to have the single and the inner sleeve. The inner sleeve was not really there either. It has all the lyrics and credits, in-depth credits on the album. And so for a long time I thought I should get this single, and I thought there may be gold on those two songs that you can hear on this one. It's called Give Me the Score and Close Your Eyes. And I went to a record store once and I found a copy that had the single, and the owner of the store and me, we decided let's try and check out this single and hear what there is on this. To be honest, I was a little bit disappointed by this single. I had expected something more, but this is more like pop, country, and I understand why it was not included on the album. If you're a collector, I understand that you want this single, but to me it is not that important. And if I ever find the single for a good price, yeah, then maybe I will buy it just to have it with the record. But it's not something that is very important to me. The material on the LP itself is a lot stronger than what you hear on this bonus single. Before jumping into the record with me explaining all the songs and my opinion about those, let me just say that I really love this artwork. It's very cool. There's something, when you see an artwork like this, you will think, this is interesting. Let me hear what this is all about. It's not your usual pop record artwork. This is more like, I'm thinking this is progressive rock. And there is some prog leanings on this album, but it's not really there. There's some great guitar work though. But let's jump into the album and I'll talk about all the tracks. So the first track of the album is of course the title track, Take a Look Again. I really like this song. I think the first time I listened to the album I was not really blown away by it, but it's a cool acoustic tinged soft rock track. And it has a very awesome funky kind of middle section with some very brilliant guitar work. And let us try and check that out. So like the second track of the first album called Sweet Stuff, Also here you will have Sentimental Fool, which goes into a more laid-back, funky vibe. And I really like this one. Let's listen to it. Track I really appreciated the first time I listened to the album. I really like the guitar work here too. There is a nice harmonized solo, and it's just a very nice track, I would say. So definitely a highlight for me. This is just a nice soft rock ballad, done the Liza kind of way. I really like it. Of course, Per Møller, he sings well on this track. And actually this one leads into the next one. So with Fallen Away, we have this more like stomping blues rock track, and also the grittiest tune on the album yet. This one is a little bit more raw than what you would hear on the record overall, and it's a nice little tune. It's not my favorite track here on the album. I really like the first two tracks a lot, but this one is cool. I really dig it. The A-side ends with this fairly laid-back ballad. I really think this one is beautiful. It has a very soulful vocal performance by Per Møller. Really like this one. It has a middle section that is more like having this progressive feel to it. It's definitely not a prog rock track, but the ballad would actually fit on a prog rock album. It has this kind of sound to it. So side B kicks off with another blues rock track, and it's called Crazy About the Boogie. Really like this one as well. You know, the guitar work is solid, and it's a highlight for me.
The boy is disappearing. Slowly, slowly, and I didn't know, no.
So here you see Liza experimenting with other sounds and styles, and here with Balance of Chance it's a reggae track, and to me that's, I don't know if it's really working for Liza. To me it's not a track that I'm looking forward to. I think it doesn't go really anywhere. It's having this reggae beat. It's okay. It's not garbage, but it's not really my favorite track either on the album. So let it be, and we will go to the next track. I really like. It's called Brazil Express. It's an instrumental, and here you see Liza getting the Latin rock treatment. I really like this track a lot. There's some great drumming on it, and also the guitar work is just stunning. The Liza way. So the album ends with another ballad. I would say that this one is it's okay. It's not my favorite on the album. I actually like the first two on side one a little bit more, but this one is okay. It's sweet. It's romantic. So and also it's okay to end an album with a ballad. Look at Scorpions. It did well for them. So following this release, take a look again. The band, they dissolved. I think that the momentum they had with the first album, where the band was looked upon as something that could have been very big and conquering the Danish rock scene and even have gone international, because of like they had to postpone the album, and also they couldn't really perform live with Per Møller with his throat broken. Another important factor is this was put out in 1977. You know, any other rock band in the UK or America, when they put stuff out at the time, the times had changed for rock music, and punk was the big thing. But now in Denmark, I don't think at the time that punk was actually the biggest thing. We hadn't had our first real punk release in Denmark in 1977. That would be the year after with Lost Kids. They put out a 7-inch. I think the biggest problem for Liza at the time was they did their songs in the English language. It was very international sound they put out with those two albums. The thing was, back in Denmark in 1977 and also the later 70s, before you could make it at home, you had to put albums out in the Danish language. In the late 70s, you would have groups like Bifrost, Hyllemor, and whatever, like Gasoline too. Gasoline put out stuff in Danish for most of their career. So in the late 70s in Denmark, it was just a no-go to put out albums in the English language. So I think this album just came too late. Released shortly after the first album, this could have been something. So the band dissolved, and I know Peter Branner, the guitarist of the band, he actually went on to join Charlatangruppen, and two very good albums I'm gonna talk about at some point. And of course they are sung in the Danish language. Really, really great stuff. There's really some good music on this one and this, and you would probably think this is just pop music, and yeah, some of it is, but there's some very good playing on those as well, and especially because they had such a guitarist as Peter Branner in the band. That really made it something, and also the other musicians, they could do some stuff. But that's for another video. So I hope you enjoyed my review of the second album of Liza. Take a look again. Also, after finishing this review, I will do a review of the third album by Liza, so look forward to my video about that album. That to me could be my favorite Liza album, and Per Møller is not even a member, so check that out. And peace out, and see you next time.